What's up, everybody? How's it going? This is the Anicast episode number 6, and today it's only me and my co-host Rising. How's it going, man?
Yo, I'm pretty good, dude. How about you?
Doing good, thank you. So today is gonna be kind of like a Halloween special, if you will, although not really, because as we were planning this, so I was trying to plan this, realized that there isn't Halloween anime per se because they don't celebrate Halloween. so I was like, oh man, I really want to do a Halloween special, but they don't really celebrate Halloween. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, they don't really celebrate Halloween, but there's like a lot of like horror elements in like anime in general, but it isn't necessarily like a Halloween thing. So although we will talk about Halloween stuff, we're just gonna talk about things in general. So fair disclosure, although it is the Halloween special, there isn't much Halloween involved in the special.
I mean, yeah, like you said, there's horror anime, but like they don't necessarily reference Halloween in it, which is weird.
Right.
You know,
I mean,
but
I get it. They just don't. But in anime, there's horror all over the place. Like with a lot of like Higurashi, it's a Halloween, it's like a horror type. Another, it's like a horror type. But then if you think about it, things like Attack on Titan or like Demon Slayer are like horror type. They have like horror elements, although the point of it is more like shonen, like action based. But there is still stuff like that. It's just a crazy thing. But I don't know. I really thought about it until now. I was like, yeah, Halloween, but not really.
Yeah, Death Note's kinda like that with all the demonic stuff.
Like, all the stuff, and you have Ryuk and what's the name of the other god? That god, I don't remember.
Rem? The one Misa has.
Yeah, I think it's Rem. I don't remember. Either way, it does have like some horrific, scary type of things and everything. So I was like, yeah, I need to come up with some good stuff. But I was like, I have nothing. I have nothing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. But I guess it's like interesting because everybody has like a different perception of like horror, like scary stuff. To us, like scary stuff, I think is more like bad stuff, you know. Maybe other countries or cultures don't see it the same way. How did Halloween even started? Like on the United States, I don't know. It's like
I don't know. I think it must have been like, I don't know if it was like it started in like Europe, because like I don't know if other places in Europe celebrate, like Germany and whatnot. I don't really know.
I don't really think so either. I think it's been a very American thing. But I don't know why. Maybe it started on like the, with the burning the witches and all the stuff. Is that like, I wonder if that has like a connection to it or something. I think it does.
It might.
It may have, but I don't know. I just always thought because in Mexico we have a celebration, but it's more about celebrating the day of the death, or like celebrating the death and everything. So it isn't per se about like Halloween of like candy or anything like that. It's more about like the celebration of like the people that died, like a family member or something like that. Because it's believed that on that day they come back to life, and like so like you give them the stuff, you wanna, whatever kind of food they like, you get that food and you take it to them. Supposedly they eat it or something like that. So like the whole purpose of it is like to have like a celebration with your family members or something. So it's more like a family holiday, not really like let's go to a Halloween party or let's have candy or something like that. Which I don't know. I think it's a cool holiday. Like I like Halloween, but I don't really know like much of like the purpose of it. I don't think there is a purpose to it, or more than the scary, spooky stuff. I don't know.
I mean, that's one of the more badass sounding, like.
Day of the
holidays. Yeah, Day of the Dead. It's like that's kind of badass if you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Is that like? I know it's celebrated in like Mexico and whatnot, but did that come from like Spain, or is it just the Mexico thing?
This is a Mexican thing. This is because it's more of like a spiritual thing. The Spanish were Catholic, but this holiday falls more on like the Mayan type of thing. Like it's has more to do with the Mayan gods and like the netherworld. I don't know what it's called in the Mayan language, but it does have something to do with like not definitely not a Spanish holiday.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool stuff. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite holidays of all time. And I think Japan has a similar thing. I saw it. But I think it's a festival of like demons or something.
It seems more right for Japan. The weird thing about Japan is like demons aren't necessarily bad.
Right,
That's
exactly.
something I've always found
Like
out. It's like
even the things like yokai, which it means like the demons or like the spirits, they aren't necessarily like bad or good. They are bad, but there are also good ones. So
yeah, that's like I don't know, like not because I think in the West, like we hear a demon, we think like, oh, that's bad, like it's instantly a bad
right,
thing,
it's always like a bad
But
thing.
yeah, like I don't know. Weirdly enough, like I'm not sure if it's a religious thing, and that might be why people in the West always assume that demons are bad.
Yeah, probably that's what it is.
Yeah, I think there's got to be some kind of connection there with just like demons being bad through religion and whatnot. Maybe Japan just like treated demons differently. I don't know.
Yeah,
They also
yeah.
kind of call it something different. I think when it's translated, they say demons, but maybe it's just like a bad translation as
I
well.
don't think it's a direct translation. I don't think it means the same. But I think it's the same thing with a lot of stuff. Some things don't really translate 100%. Oh, by the way, the name of the festival is Tokushima Yokai Festival. It's in November, middle of November. And yeah, apparently it's in a town that is famous for like yokai stuff, like supernatural beings and folklore and everything. So pretty cool stuff. I think it's an awesome thing. Like I always very admire like cultural things like that. Because it's like it brings flavor, I guess, to the culture. Same thing with Halloween. I guess he does bring like that American culture kind of thing. Although I don't know, it's a little bit different, but it's still cultural. I think you can
Yeah, I
still
think
see it as a
so.
cultural thing. Yeah, but how you been, man? I haven't talked to you. You guys haven't experienced this, but it's been like a week or almost 2 weeks since we recorded one of these.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to you in a minute. Although to the viewers, this hasn't changed at all. You know, it's still very much like another podcast. I think the last one was last week, so you guys didn't experience much of a jump. But I haven't talked to him in a minute now, so you've been
Yeah,
good,
I
man.
mean, I was just streaming mostly. I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
I try to keep a good streaming schedule and whatnot for content.
yeah,
You know, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because like I know we have like Persona channels and everything, or like Shin Megami Tensei or like Atlas or whatever. But like, whenever Persona announced on the 25th anniversary of like, there's basically nothing going on. I was like, well, it looks like I'm gonna be streaming a lot more because I'm trying to like catch up with views and everything with like streaming
yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
That's the whole thing. Is it literally that announcement literally killed my views. Like the last good video that like views video that I had was like a while ago, and it literally I think it was that Persona anniversary announcement thing. Yeah, the announcement had 3,000 views. That was like the last big video that I had. And it's just people being
Damn.
mad in the comments. It's just like people in the comments just being mad about it, which is fair because I was mad about it too myself. I was pretty salty when it was announced. For those of you that are not Shin Megami Tensei or Persona fans, the 25th anniversary was on September, and they really didn't have much of an announcement. They basically just said, yeah, we're gonna throw in some free anime in Japan and an ice cream in Japan and some other stuff. So nothing big or anything like that. A concert in Japan as well. So honestly, the West didn't really get anything. We got some what did we get? Wallpapers. We got some wallpapers.
Yeah, we got more merch to buy.
Yeah, and you guys can
Something
also
else
buy
for us
some
to
merch. So
spend our
you
money
can
on.
give Allison money.
Yeah,
That was pretty
exactly.
much it. That was kind of disappointment, but kind of I mean really disappointing. So yeah. So you're catching up on what have you been streaming though?
Well, just horror games for the most part. I played Amnesia like 2 years ago, and I loved it to death.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back. It's Frictional Games, are the people who make the Amnesia games. I wanted to go back and play all of their games. So I started with Soma, and then I ended up getting Penumbra. And I think last year they made a new Amnesia game, so I beat that then. So all I have to beat now is Penumbra, which is the very first game. So I'm kind of like wondering if it's even going to be any good, because I know Amnesia is what like sort of started their whole
Yeah.
like big career when it came to video games, but
Mm-hmm.
mostly just doing that.
Oh, really? So how is that game? The one you were talking about first.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. I enjoy them a lot.
You enjoy them a lot?
Soma's great as well. It's pretty good. I mean, I
Yeah.
started Persona 3. I think you've seen that.
Yeah. I
I
saw a little bit of it. Yeah.
I kind of put that in the back burner while I was doing like the whole horror like October video game thing. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll come back to that.
I think Persona 3 may be the most fitting as far as horror in the series, though.
Well, and I guess maybe I can start that up again or do it soon anyway.
Yeah, it's very much like a scary kind of game. Or Catherine, you could stream Catherine for horror. Did you already play Catherine?
Yeah, but I mean, Catherine's like DMCA Central, man. I'd get copyrighted so bad.
Oh, do you really? Oh shit.
I
Maybe
mean,
you can just mute the music.
it's not even that. It's the cutscenes
The
too.
cutscenes too? Oh shit. Really? I only streamed it one
Yeah,
time, but I literally streamed it on only one playthrough. So I don't think the bot. What I think the bot was so lazy. This was like 6 hours. It was like, nah, we're not watching this 6 hour stream. So literally, like
I streamed.
yeah, I think I've played it. I finished it in two playthroughs in two single runs, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play through this real quick. And the thing people give me shit about is like I skip the conversations. But to me is if I already played the game once, I'm not gonna sit down and watch the entire cutscenes. Like, because I get tired
Yeah,
of the
especially if it's
cutscenes.
like because there's definitely certain parts of the exact same as the other ones. Like there's a bunch of endings, but like some are the exact same. When I did my Persona 5 Royal playthrough, after I beat it, like I had only streamed for like an hour. So I was like, I'll start up Catherine, and then I did like 2 or 3 hours of that.
Yeah.
And that got like DMCA like crazy. And then I finished it up
Damn,
on a
dude.
playthrough like the next stream. And
Yeah.
I was like, hate to break it to you guys, but like, I don't think I'm streaming Catherine ever again.
Yeah. No, it's
So bad.
understandable. It's understandable. It really sucks. And the worst thing is, you can fight it off, and you can probably win. But the thing is, it's over now. Because the stream is over now. Like, people are not gonna go watch. Like, the amount of people that go back and watch your streams is very low. Like, if your initial thing is like the original people that go and watch your video while it's live, right? Um,
Yeah.
so it kind of sucks. I think it's a really terrible thing, but it's really just these Japanese companies, man. Because the same thing happens to me with any Square Enix thing, anything Square Enix. You stream that shit and it just gets copyrighted claimed to fucking hell and back. Uh,
Yeah. You know what's funny is like in Kingdom Hearts 1, I never got copyrighted for the Hollow Bastion theme. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, for some reason, in that one in particular, I don't know if it sounds different or not, but like every time I go to Hollow Bastion, which like Kingdom Hearts 2, it's kind of a hub world, I always get
yeah,
copyright
yeah,
claim. It's crazy.
yeah. It
But
fucking sucks, man.
It never happened in the first game though. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the with Kingdom Hearts 3, I couldn't even stream the first 2 hours of the game. It got taken down while I was streaming. And yeah,
Damn.
yeah, while I was streaming, like that's the fastest DMCA I ever had. Literally, I started streaming, and it got taken down, and I started it again, and it got taken down again. And I was like, okay, never streaming another Kingdom Hearts game again. Not that I probably will play another one anyway, but still, I was pretty pissed about it. And
That's crazy.
yeah, dude, I was so annoyed about it too. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm pretty sure I had cosplay on and everything. I don't even remember which cosplay I had on. And I think it was Roxas with like the Organization 13 outfit. But I was like, I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready to go, man. I was like 100% ready to play the game. Been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 for like a decade. So in my head, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm ready to play this game. Start playing it. Everything's good to go. And then, boom, I get a notification that my stream was taken down for, and I was like, what the hell? And I check, and I was like, fuck. Okay, well, we'll start it again. Start it again. It's taken down again. I was like, okay, forget about it. We're never streaming Kingdom Hearts again.
It's funny enough that we're talking about like Halloween horror. That's the true horror for
That's
YouTubers
that's
is
a
getting a
YouTuber
DMCA.
horror right there. That's a YouTuber horror.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's
There's
it.
nothing worse than that.
But would you stream for like 8 hours
Yeah,
and
dude, I
literally
really.
1 minute segment gets copyrighted?
Yeah, I want to do
Bro.
like a big stream, and I was thinking, I was like, man, when can I do this big stream? I have an idea of doing like a 24-hour stream or some shit like that, but because of my job schedule, it's like impossible, right? But I'm like, oh, dude, like I was thinking, I was like, maybe I can do it like on the release date of Shin Megami Tensei 5, and I can just have guests like come on the show all day and just like talk or whatever. But then I realized something. It's release date of Shin Megami Tensei 5. Nobody wants to come and sit down instead of playing the Shin Megami Tensei 5 themselves. So, yeah, I don't know. That was my
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, also YouTube, I don't think lets you go over like 8 hours or something. I don't think
No, it does.
it does.
I had big streams before. I had
Does it let 24?
uh,
I don't know. I know Twitch will let you go like as long as you want. I think.
yeah, the longest live stream video is 259 hours and 46 minutes and 45 seconds in duration. So yeah, you can stream.
All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that. I don't know. Maybe at some point there was a restriction. I don't know. But that's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I'm down to stream anytime. No, it's just I just need to be in the mood for streaming. Cause I'm not always in the mood. I'm not like the kind of person that is always like, oh man, I better stream right now. I have to be in the right mood for it. Otherwise, I'm just kind of not really ready to stream or whatever. By the way, did you know that Yu-Gi-Oh had a cards made by Bandai Namco before they got bought out by Konami?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was looking at somebody's video, and apparently there's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Before, I believe this is before the anime came out, and they made some cards, and they're like way different. They look way different.
Those got to be rare. Like,
Yeah,
so
although
rare
they're
to find.
super rare. Let me show you just one so you can see it.
Yeah, go ahead.
They look really fucking cool.
Oh shit. They look I don't know.
They look fake, right? It look kind of fake, right?
Yeah, it looks like they didn't know what type of layout they were wanting to do.
Yeah. Well, that's the original layout. That's a Japanese layout on the manga. That's what it looked like on the manga.
God, that looks kind of bad. I can't lie.
Yeah, some of them look kind of bad. The Dark Magician looks bad. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them look pretty shit, but some of them look pretty cool. Apparently, they're expensive too.
I wonder if this was their final design or if this was like a test. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's Exodia too. It's $54. It's
That
kind
is
of
way
worn
too
out.
much. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
pretty interesting.
Another horror is the
Another
price of old
the
relics.
prices for those cards,
Dude, do you
dude.
see that Demi Fiend statue? That's $5,000.
Oh yeah, I saw it, dude. I saw
Oh
it.
my god,
That's
bro.
crazy shit. Oh shit! So the whole set is $950. I will buy it. If I had a $950 to spare, I will buy it. Why not?
It might go up in value, you know?
And not even the value. It's like the fact that you have these cards.
I mean, they are interesting, at least. At least you know there's not a lot of them out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's just a set. There's just a set of 118 cards. So I mean,
What's crazy is like, I don't. How does Atlas sell that Demi Fiend statue with like a clear conscience, dude?
Oh, dude, that's not the most expensive one. They had some before. That's not the
What?
biggest. Yeah, they had some before.
There's no way the price it takes to make those
Dude,
is
it's
anywhere
really,
near what they're selling it.
yeah, they had a few of them before. I'm trying to remember, but there's been a few of them.
Like the cost of like all the plastic and everything.
Yeah, it's just
At
definitely not
most,
$5,000. Yeah.
at most, it's probably like probably not even like 100. It's just plastic. You know what I mean? And like a mold. There's
Yeah,
no way
right.
that
No,
much.
but I think they're handcrafted. I believe they have a sculptist do the sculpt of it. Like I saw a video of the people that make the figures, and for some reason I figured they just like 3D designed them, but there's actually a person sculpting the figure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Well, even then, you could say like $1,000 of that goes towards that, and it's still too much.
yeah, exactly. No, for real though. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a crazy shit. It's crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah, like that's a car.
Uh oh.
Like that's enough to buy a fucking
Uh-oh.
car, man.
Dude, what the hell? Somebody messed up here. Samurai Gamers messed up here.
What?
They literally already started doing the walkthrough for Shin Megami Tensei 5.
What?
Yeah, and they already, because you know, like so some people got a review code for it. Anyway, so these people they already started updating it. The walkthrough guy, they're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, dude. How the hell are they uploading that, dude? It's
Yeah.
like it's really early. To
Yeah,
be
that's
doing
really
that.
early. Yeah, it already has all demon statues list on location, and so that you can pick up these statues, I guess, and you can get some bonus experience points from picking them up. And apparently, somebody at Samurai Gamers thought that they could just go ahead and upload the list of the statues. So anyway.
They're gonna get trouble.
Oh shit! I wanna buy this one. They have a Satan figure. Is it Satan or what is this? Furio Shin. Yeah, Satan. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Have you seen? There's like even a pixie Figma. I just don't like Figmas. Figmas look weird. You know that they are the ones that have the joints. There's a bunch of Final Fantasy ones like that. That they have the joints, so you can kind of arrange however you want them to look.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I haven't collected like statues.
Oh yeah,
in a
you
long
really don't.
time.
You're not really a statue collector. Although you
No,
do
I
have
started collecting
some
like
Dragon Ball
vinyls.
stuff, right?
Yeah, but most of those were gifts. Like I didn't even buy them myself.
Oh shit! That's how
Yeah.
my wall started. So before I started the channel, I just had a wall, and I had like two or three of these pops, but family members started just giving them to me as birthday presents or like Christmas presents. So like the entire wall that I have, that I think people seen in the videos, literally all of them are gifts. I just recently started buying them myself, but I already have an entire
Yeah,
wall
like
full of them.
most of like the Funko Pops I have as well are just like gifts. Like people just
But at least you have some
assume
cool
that.
ones. They at least know you because they gave you some DBZ ones and shit. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. There's stuff that I definitely like, but like they're not. It's not stuff that I myself would be like. I would go out of my way to spend money on anymore.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. I feel like
but
as I got older, I just didn't do
have you
that.
thought about doing something like that for like your channel?
I might do on like a second channel or something.
Yeah, or like I
What
don't
I
know. There are some that are pretty cool that I like to see, just from like having them. Like I bought the one from Sekiro, the wolf.
Oh yeah,
I got
yeah.
that one, and then I bought the Persona ones. I bought all the Persona ones.
Oh wow.
Which, by the way, there's one with Joker without the mask, and it's like $50 or something like that. Like it went up on price really fast. So
Maybe they didn't have a lot of them or something.
yeah, I think it's a limited edition one that it was only printed once, and there was only a way of like I don't really know. I don't really know why it's so expensive, to be honest.
I think a
Uh,
lot of statues just get that way. I think people want to collect them all and get them part of their like collection. And if it's a rare one, it's like the inflation. People just want it really bad. I don't know. I stopped collecting like statues and things. Like I've always collected games because I just love video games. But like I started collecting like vinyl records and whatnot at some point. Like I don't know. I kind of like grew up past like the Funko Pop stuff and just started collecting records because like
oh,
at
but
least I know
records
with
are
records like
records are for life, man, and they sound. That's
yeah
still the best sounding quality, a physical thing that you can have, because a CD doesn't
yeah
have the fidelity that a record does, or like as far as like sound quality. I don't know if people
yeah, and I
actually
think it
knew that,
sounds
but
better than like digital media too.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It's still like the best way to listen to music. That's not just me saying that. That's been like studied and recorded and everything. So
yeah,
yeah.
it's true. Like I listen to them. Like a lot of people say like, oh, I'd buy a record, but like I wouldn't listen to it. Like I still listen to my
Oh
records.
yeah,
I
you gotta listen to the
so,
record. I'm so mad, but I actually forgot to pre-order the Persona 5 Royal records. Did you buy them?
no, I thought they were a little too expensive. Like if you look at the price like per record, usually records are like $10 or something like that. But like it was like $70 for
Yeah,
like
but there
I
was
don't
like
know.
4 or 5 CDs on it, for 4 or 5 records on it.
Yeah, I know, but it was still like too much. I feel like it was like 70 or 80. So you're
Yeah,
like doing like
I
ten and
think
a
it's
half.
worth it though because it's a collector's piece. Like these are never getting printed back again. You know,
Yeah,
so like you bought it, good. Have you seen, for example, how much the Persona 4 Golden anime is physical?
yeah. No, it's
It's like
yeah,
an
it's
absurd
crazy.
amount of money. So that's because of that, because they only get one print. So like either you get it while it's printed, or you have to pay like 3 or 4 times the price.
That sounds like Atlas.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, it happens.
Typical.
That's literally the horror story of being an Atlas fan.
Yeah, no shit.
Either you were a fan 15 years ago and you paid the normal price, or you paid $300 for Persona 1.
Yeah, like I seen
Yeah, I'm
somebody
serious.
like somebody in my Discord posted they got like a Persona Q2 for their birthday,
Oh
and I'm like,
shit,
how
yeah.
the fuck did you get that? And he's like, I don't know, like he's like my cousin or something like that got it for my birthday. They went to like their local game store and it was just there. It's like
That's how you have to
what?
do it. You literally have to get lucky and go somewhere where they
Yeah,
have the cheapest stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna
Yeah.
get fucked with the prices and everything. Cause it's
You
fucking
have to
crazy.
you have to go somewhere, and they have to be having like games that are old, but also not realizing how like expensive they really should be, like how rare they are.
100%. Yeah. And I feel bad though because a lot of these mom and pop shop don't really also know. But like the craziest thing is GameStop. If GameStop still be selling some of these Shin Megami Tensei games for like $10 or $20, and I'm like, but they'll also offer you $5 if you trade them in, and I'm like, are you crazy? That who's going to
Yeah.
GameStop to trading their Shin Megami Tensei 4 game or
Yeah,
something?
no kidding.
Although I'll be honest here, like this is off the cuff record here. The first time that I played Shin Megami Tensei 4, I died so much I almost quit the game. The literally the first dungeon in SMT4 is so fucking hard. And I was so annoyed. I was like, what the fuck? I cannot believe this. I cannot get past this stupid intro. And I died for like 2 hours straight. I just kept getting fucked really hard. I stopped and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a break. I didn't touch that game for like 2 months. And then I touched it back and I was like, I played it and I was like, oh dude, why was I having such a hard time? But it was the craziest thing. I
I
was
don't know.
so annoyed about it.
I never played SMT4 or Apocalypse. I
Oh,
was
you should
waiting
play.
till they went on sale on like the 3DS or something.
I think they were actually. I saw them for like $10 before.
Yeah, I know. I almost bought it during that time, but I didn't have like an SD card, but now I do.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I need
Yeah.
them to go on sale again so I can get them.
Maybe when SMT5 comes out, it goes out on sale. That'd be a cool thing, right?
That's what I was hoping. I was like, maybe they'll line that up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be cool if they do it. Honestly, a port of SMT4 will be good. Because everything that we've seen of SMT5 just looks so good. It's such a good looking game. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Zelda or whatever. Okay, fine. But this game looks really good. I personally think it looks great. And so, I don't know. The hype is real. I cannot wait to get that collector's edition too. Did you get the collector's edition or just a regular one?
I got the steel book.
The Steelbook edition. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. The Steelbook
Yeah,
edition is good. I just wanted that collector's edition so bad.
I
I'm
think a
like,
lot of people
I
did,
am
but
going to
like I
get
don't know.
it.
I wasn't willing to drop that much money on it. I
Oh,
don't
dude,
know why.
I'm always willing to drop money for Persona shit or for Shin Megami Tensei shit. I'm bad. I'm pretty bad at it. I know I shouldn't, but like, hell, you know the dancing games that are really crap. I dropped $100 on the collector's edition, and those games are
God,
really fucking shit.
I
These
mean,
days, it's like the worst purchase I had.
at least they'll be worth that value, if not like double that value in like a year, because that's just how Atlas games are. You
Yeah,
know?
but see that these games, the collector's edition for the dancing games, is worth nothing. You can still buy it. Like nobody wants it. In fact, it's on sale today at the digital store for $8. You can buy all
Oh,
three games for $8 right now. So like
well, I
this
guess
collector's edition is not worth anything for anybody, including Atlas.
that's an exception. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's weird, man. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to play Persona, like the Persona Q games, so bad on 3DS, and my GameStop had them there for like $30 or whatever it was, something cheap. And I was like, I'll wait. Like those will be around. Like it's okay. And then literally like a month or two later, I was like, oh, they're not there. And I looked it up online, and there's people selling them for like 100 plus. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, for real,
It's
dude, right?
insane.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Some of the prices
Yeah.
and some of the stuff in these games, they're fucking insane. You're
Yeah.
like,
People
how the
like,
fuck does that work? Honestly, being a Megaten fan or a Persona fan, it's like being an anime fan too. Like if you were a fan back in the day, now prices for like shit is so insane, but it's also easy to find like really cheap figures. Like you'll go to fucking Target and look and you can find figures for like DBZ or shit like that. And you're like, what the hell? Like back in the day, trying to find a figure was so fucking impossible. Now you can just walk to
It's definitely
Walmart.
like certain stores, you know, certain stores are like that. And that, yeah, like you said, like the mom and pop like video game stores, like that's the best place to go because I don't like sometimes they don't realize how rare like an old Persona game is or something like that, and you just luck out. Like that's
Yeah,
literally all you
right.
can hope
Exactly.
for.
You gotta look out and really get like. Hopefully, you get it
Yeah,
when that happens. There's a store that I used to go before. I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of those local mom and pop shop game store, and they had a lot of cool shit. I used to go there all the time and just look at the stuff. Never bought anything because obviously as a teenager I had no fucking money, so like I never had money to like buy stuff. But I will go and look at stuff all day long.
yeah, I feel you on that. Like I don't know, all the mom and pop stops like shops that I had near me growing up always went out of business. They'd be there for like a year or two and then they'd be gone. I don't know why. I lived in a small town, but I used to buy stuff from
Yeah,
like those stores all the time. There was like a good like 5 or 6 years of like when I was a kid where I only bought used games. Like I never bought like anything else. It's weird. Like I wouldn't buy like anything else used. Like I never bought used
yeah,
consoles or anything, but like used games, I
yeah.
would buy so much. I
Yeah,
don't know
there
why.
was a time where there was a time where I used to do that too, just buy used games. I still do. The thing is that nowadays, um, used games aren't that much cheaper from new games. You know, like people nowadays are trying to fucking charge an arm and a leg. Or like you look in Google or something
Yeah.
like that, and you look for a used game, and people are almost trying to ask the same thing as GameStop or something. You're like, what the fuck? GameStop is charging $5, 59. So the new game is 59.99, and the used game will be like 54.99 or some shit like that. I'm like, who the fuck is gonna buy any used game $6 cheaper? That's nothing.
Yeah, you might as well just get the new
Yeah, might
one.
as well just get the new
Like,
one. Yeah. So like, I never buy used shit on GameStop. That one time, I went and bought a game and it was fucked up on the back. So like, I went and played the game and it wasn't working. And then I went and told the people that my game wasn't working. We're like, oh well, I was just asking for a refund. And they wouldn't give me a refund. I was
oh
like, I
no.
was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. I was like, what the fuck?
Did
Like that's
was it
not my
GameStop that did
fault.
that? Or was it
Yeah, it
like
was
a local
GameStop.
shop?
Yeah, it was GameStop. Yeah,
Wow.
they were so
Dude,
shit
fuck
about it.
GameStop.
Yeah, honestly, that's why like I hate going to GameStop. But legit, there's no mom and pop shops near me. Like there's not a single one. The only ones that were open were bought by GameStop. So
That
like
makes sense, man. I
yeah,
mean, GameStop's trying to like make a comeback. I feel like in the most recent years,
yeah, they're
I don't
trying, but
know.
I don't think they will. I don't think they just can. I think
Yeah,
they should have jumped ship when they had the chance.
especially with COVID. Like I went to a
Yeah,
GameStop recently with COVID, and because of the restrictions, they have to have like less stuff like out and about in the store,
right. Yeah, it's
and it's
crazy, right?
so barren in there.
It's insane. I know what you're talking about. Like you'll go and they don't have a game variety. Hell, you remember that? It was one of those Assassin's Creed game, the new one. What is it called?
Oh,
The biking one. Whatever the
Odyssey.
no the whatever the biking one was called. Anyway, so I went to GameStop to buy it, and they didn't have it in stock. And I was like, how did you not have the newest Assassin's Creed game
Oh,
in stock?
Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla. Yeah. Like that was crazy to me
Yeah.
because I was like, that's the newest game. That's like going to games to buy Call of Duty. You know, like that's You always assume that it's available. Like, why would it not be available? It's fucking Call of Duty, right?
You
So like,
think, man? I don't know.
yeah. So like the newest, they didn't have the newest game. They were like, oh yeah, we only order the for pre-orders. I was like, are you shitting me? That's crazy. That was
That's
during obviously that was during the pandemic and everything, but still, like I was surprised because like I figured they will have some copies on stock, right? People walk in and buy games, but that was insane. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy.
If they only did pre-orders, then like, what's the point? You might as well just like order it to your house or something.
Yeah,
At that
exactly. You
point,
might as well just buy it through like Amazon or eBay or something.
yeah, Amazon would probably be faster. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
even. Yeah, I don't know. Another thing I noticed too is they weren't doing like trade backs. You couldn't go sell your games to them or anything,
Oh yeah,
which was
that's
crazy too
right.
during
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah. They
So, like,
because they don't want to touch their shit or whatever. But to be
yeah.
fair, man, have you seen some of the pictures of the controllers or something like that? That shit is disgusting. I saw this picture on Twitter. The guy had like that. That's a horror story right there. This, you guys know the PlayStation 5 controller is white, right? Anyway, this controller was
Oh
like
yeah.
dirty. Like it was like they probably took a shit and like rubbed their hands with shitty all over their controller or something. The controller was white. It was white. Now it's brown. It's like like a poop brown color. I'm
Dude,
like,
how the fuck does that happen?
yeah,
What the
right.
fuck? Especially
Uh,
like the PS5, like dude, that just came out. Like, why are you treating it so bad already?
yeah, exactly. And he was talking about like the guy was in the I'll show you this picture, dude, because I couldn't believe it at all. I was shocked out of my mind. I was confused too. Even.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right. I was confused. I was like, how the hell does that happen? Uh,
It was like the Grim Reaper was holding it. Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Fucking
right.
Grim
It's
Reaper,
like
like,
dirty as hell. I'm like, what the hell happened here? And you can see the fingers, right? You can see literally the fingers on it. So like somebody held this, but like how is it so dirty that it looks like that?
and they had to keep holding it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I was
it doesn't happen
confused.
after one time.
I was like, what the hell did this person like change the oil on the car, and then they
Yeah,
started to like use it or something? I was very confused
they
as far
fucking
as
threw it in
why
mud.
everybody was saying that.
Well, that
Uh,
makes me wonder how dirty everything else they own is. Like, if that's
right,
something
like
that's
yeah,
white,
right,
like,
right.
how fucking dirty is everything
Like,
else?
please wash your hands before anything. Like, forget about COVID. Just in general, please just wash your hands.
Yeah, no kidding. I
Yeah,
mean, have good hygiene. Maybe the world would be so fucked up, if we had good
right,
hygiene.
exactly, yeah. But now there is a black controller, so I guess people don't have to worry about it anymore. Although I don't really
Yeah.
care much for the black controller. I don't know, people are so obsessed with the black colors, but I'm like, there's no difference. There's nothing wrong with the other controller. Oh shit, I
Yeah, I
want
mean, I
this
wouldn't mind
adapter.
it.
There is a Switch adapter for the PS5 controller.
That's whack. That's crazy.
Yeah, I want that. Oh shit, that'd be so cool.
I mean, I rather the console be black and the controller be black just to fit like the aesthetics of like my room because everything I have is like black with like red accents on it. So I feel like I would want that, but like
Yeah.
I would not turn down a PS5 if it was white. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it's meant to
right.
play games. Like I'm not necessarily buying it for it to look good. Like
Right,
I would like
but
it to
there
look
are
good,
some
but
cool like you sometimes you see some really cool designs. For example, there was a PlayStation 4 Persona edition, and it had like the pictures of the characters and stuff, and it was white, and it looked cool as shit. But I was like, oh man, I wasn't able to get that at all. I was very upset.
weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever had like a console that was themed after a video game. I think I've
Oh
always
really?
had base models. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you count like the PlayStation 4 Pro.
I
I've always
guess,
had like
yeah.
the base models.
Oh, you did. Well, in the Pro, what do you have?
It's just the regular Pro, the first PlayStation 4 Pro that came out, just the
Oh,
black
really?
one.
I have the Pro, but it's the Star Wars edition.
Well, I think my friend has that version of
Yeah,
it.
it's cool. I like it. I was like, oh shit, I want that. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted it. I was like, that shit needs to be mine. And I had a good excuse too because my ex girlfriend stepped on the cable while he was doing an update, and he fucked my hard
Oh
drive up.
shit.
So I lost everything, dude. I lost like hundreds of hours, no thousands of hours. Like I lost like 300 hours on Persona 5.
God
Yeah,
damn,
and I
bro.
wasn't I wasn't paying for PlayStation Plus either, so I couldn't recover any of my cloud games or anything. I had nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was so mad. I was angry. I was like, oh man, like what would you do this? That is so fucked up. To this day, I'm still mad about it. I was like,
Is
just
that why you
thinking
guys
about
broke
it.
up?
No, no, but it probably should have been a sign.
Red flag,
That
red
should have been the
flag.
sign. That a red flag, right? No, I was so annoyed about it. I was
Well,
like,
did you have it on the
gotta be
ground?
shitting
Like,
me.
how does that
No, it was
happen?
plugged into the wall. She was just vacuuming or something, and I got caught up on the cable and unplugged it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was so
well,
mad. I was like, you can't. You gotta be shitting me. I was so mad. And I even tried to play Persona 5 again, and I was like, I cannot do this. I am so upset. Just thinking about it just made me upset. And that wasn't it. I lost so many games, like God of War, for example, or The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn. Pretty basically every game that I ever played that on the PlayStation 4 at that point, and it was like 5 or 6 years in. So like I had like 5 or 6 years worth of save files.
that sucks so bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. That's the real horror story over there.
Yeah, that's the real true horror story.
Yeah, like
I
can
had a
you?
Minecraft world that was like really big and had a bunch of stuff in it,
Yeah.
and it ended up going corrupted. I don't know why.
Oh
It was as
shit.
soon as Minecraft went to the PS3, because it was a Microsoft exclusive for a little while,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it just went to the PS3 and it corrupted, and I was so mad.
Oh man, that
Apparently,
sucks.
like it just wasn't optimized well for PS3 yet, I think, or
Hmm.
something like that, and it just
Yeah,
screwed me.
yeah. I don't think it was ever well optimized for PS3. That sucked.
Yeah,
Being a PS3 fan kind of sucked because we got pretty shit optimizations. I remember Skyrim, for example, was really bad on PS3. Like there was a
yeah.
time
Well, I
when
think
you could change as a werewolf the first time, and the screen just went black, and then it went white for like 10,
well,
20
that's also a
minutes.
Bethesda game as
Yeah,
well. You
but
know,
it was still bad. Like they didn't change the fact that it was terrible.
from what I understand, the hardware in the PS3 was like really hard to
Yeah, to make games
develop
for, yeah.
for.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
because it
why.
made it closer to a PC than a console. And it had all this crazy shit and everything. So I get it, because it was really advanced, but at the same time, it kind of fucked people over. But still, dude, it's still really fucking annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. The PS3 was it was what I mean. The PS4 is great. I think they went a little more developer friendly, which was good. Glad Sony
Right,
did
right.
that.
Oh, 100%. It was great. They did a good job with that shit. I was very happy to with the PS4 and like all the games that were coming out. I don't know. I've never been such a happy fan because going from PS3 to PS4 was kind of like, oh man, are they gonna fuck up again? What's gonna happen? Because honestly, PS3 wasn't like such a good era for Sony. Like looking back, it was kind of shit at times. But
Yeah,
yeah,
towards the end, they got a little better, but
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't.
they
It wasn't
did, but at the
great.
beginning it wasn't
Like the
that good. Yeah,
PS4 era, though,
yeah, the
like
PS4 era, it killed it. Like from the very
they
beginning.
beat yeah, Xbox so bad. Like Xbox was doing the whole you had to be online all the time
Oh
thing,
yeah, that
and
was
people were mad
dumb.
about it.
Yeah, that was
You couldn't
terrible.
like you couldn't let you like used games in it, shit like that, and like the PS4 was also like $100 cheaper and shit. So
Yeah,
like Sony
yeah,
really won the PS4 era,
yeah. Well,
I
then
think.
I feel like they started kind of not good this era already. Some of the stuff they done, I was like, oh man, you could do better than this. I know you can do better than this. I've seen you do better. I get annoyed so many
Yeah,
times when I see stuff. I'm like, what the fuck, Sony? You did so good last time.
Sony gets cocky, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what happened with the PlayStation 3 too, though. Because on PS2 they also kicked ass, so I think they just got cocky with it, and they went onto the PS3 thinking, "Oh, we got this." You know, people are gonna pay $600 for our computer console, and of
Yeah,
course it didn't do good. So
I mean the Xbox One. That's what it was supposed to be too. It was supposed to be everything in one, which I didn't realize that. That's what they were going for. It's the
yeah,
one
that's
thing
a
you
really
need or
bad.
whatever.
Yeah, that was
And
terrible.
nobody liked it.
No, nobody
Everybody's like,
liked
I
it.
want to play games. What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
what?
right, right. I never actually owned an Xbox One, but my friend did. My friend that was also kind of my roommate. So, you know, that's kind of cool to watch them play games. But I was like, oh man, we should just get a PlayStation 4 so we can play games together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I told some of my friends. The only Xbox I ever had was the 360,
Oh yeah,
and
that's the only
it
one
was to
that
play
probably worth
Minecraft.
the money too.
Like, the 360 came with 4 gigabytes. Like, let that settle in for a minute. Four
Oh,
gigs,
so you
bro.
had the
Holy
white one,
shit. Yeah, you
the
had
one that
to
was the
fucking put more storage in it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. I had that. I had one, but it didn't have a lot either. I think it was like 30 or 60, something like that. But I didn't really play a whole lot either way. I was like, I only played like 2 games on it, and I never played it again, so I sold it.
I used it for, like, Minecraft, and I, like, watched Netflix on it. That's literally all I did.
Yeah, mine was a DVD player. I was using it for a DVD player, so I probably wasn't the right party, I guess. Like that console wasn't made for me, but I really didn't use it a lot, so it is what it is. Some people are like, "Oh man, the Xbox 360 has been some good games." I'm like, I literally played like one game on it, and it wasn't like a
Yeah.
famous game or anything like that. Like I know
Yeah,
some people
well,
have
like,
good memories with it.
I knew Xbox had exclusivity to Minecraft or whatever. They had it for like a couple of years. That's literally the only reason I wanted an Xbox for. Like, that's it.
And
That's all I
yeah,
played on it. Like, game wise, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, people play it for Halo and stuff, but like, I just never cared about Halo, to be
yeah, I was
honest.
never really into Halo either. I tried. I really tried to play the games. I just not into those kind of games at all. And I've seen
Yeah, like,
people that are really into them, and I was like, no, even now, not really into them.
I feel like I'm super picky and like super critical when it comes to shooters because like there's so many shooters that do it right, like Bioshock or like
Right, right.
Borderlands, stuff like that, like shooters that do it well.
But the thing
So
is that they do more than just shooting, and that's why I like those kind of games. Like, that's why I don't like Call of Duty, because just I don't really enjoy just the shooting, like Bioshock or Borderlands. They have more than just shooting. Like, you have your abilities, and like the world is really interesting. Like the world of Pandora in Borderlands is fucking interesting. It's pretty cool, and the enemy
yeah,
variety is pretty
definitely.
cool. And you have your superpowers. Like if you played as a what is the siren or whatever. So like everybody
Oh
has like
yeah,
their
yeah,
own
yeah.
cool abilities and everything. You could in the second game you could play as this sniper dude, and he had a hawk, and I was like, dude, that shit is badass as fuck. I played Escape
It's also
for.
like it's also just like good to have friends to play that game with too. It's just a
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
time in general too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
The
but
the
like,
the only Call of Duty stuff I like is the zombie mode.
oh
Like
yeah,
the
that's
zombie
fun.
mode's
Yeah.
been pretty good. Like that's actually interesting to me anyway, and there's more than just guns in that too, which I've
Right,
found.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I like. I like more of like the superpowers and the super abilities that you get and everything, because it engages you more with the game and everything. So I like that kind of stuff. I'm into that kind of shit. I was like, yeah, that's cool as fuck. I like that. I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh man, that kind of blows. But in general, I'm like, yeah, that shit is cool as fuck. I don't know. That's kind of why I like some of the games that I like, because they're more than just that. Like Persona, for example, it's more than just an RPG. Like it definitely just has more aspects than just RPG.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's like social links and whatnot. You could spend a whole like I've spent streams not doing battle, like just
exactly,
overworld
yeah.
stuff, you know? Yeah, there's so much variety, which is
Right,
good.
right, exactly. And that's something that you don't really get in some other games. So I personally like variety in the game because it keeps you engaged, entertained.
Yeah, I think that was my problem with SMT3. I was just like, this game has it's like really it's like legitimately random encounters the game. Like you will get a random encounter every like 3 minutes,
It's
like
variety.
no matter what. It gets a little annoying at
It gets a
times.
little annoying at times. Yeah, for sure it does, because you're fighting all the time. That's why you have to go with that mind that you're gonna have to fight shit all the time. Luckily, SMT5 has the enemies out there, so you can see them. So
Yeah, which is good.
you're never gonna have to be like if you want to avoid enemies, you can just walk around them. You don't really have to like fight them or anything like that. So that's good. Like if
Yeah,
you're
that's good
tired, you're like,
then.
I don't really feel like streaming or anything. I don't really feel like fighting 20 of the same guy over and over again. But then again, you have to do it
Especially if
for.
you're like trying to solve a puzzle too. Like it's like you need to solve this puzzle, but also we're gonna interrupt you every other minute. It's like, well, okay, that makes solving the puzzle that much harder. You know?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just one of those things. It doesn't really like. You gotta be in a certain mood to play SMT5. I don't. Alright, it should be on me Tensei in general. I don't think they're games for like all occasions or anything like that. You have to be in the mood for first of all, one, grinding a lot because those games are grindy, but also in general, just like, oh, you have to like, because you know in Persona, like small battles you can just fast and everything, but in Shin Megami Tensei, if you like rush a battle or something, you're gonna get wrecked. Cause I do that sometimes, and I'll rush a battle and I'll die, and I'm like, how the fuck did I die? Because I wasn't
They'll put
paying
up like
attention.
magic walls.
Right.
They'll put up like magic walls and buff themselves and like insta kill you.
Right, right, or like, or some shit. And I'm like, oh man, that fucking blows. I have to pay attention to the game while I'm playing it. So I mean, it is what
Where's
it
easy
is.
mode?
Easy mode. Even easy mode is not easy. You can just leave the game and play by itself. You have to play like AFK Arena or something to actually leave
Like
the
the
game.
bad thing is like in Shin Megami Tensei, there's like always that like especially some of the older games, there's literally instant kill moves. Like at any point, any battle, you can get instant killed. Like it's not common, but like there's a small chance that you'll be instant killed in a battle, like no matter what. Which is
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't
No.
know. It's
Yeah.
a weird realization that like it might
Yeah.
be
It
like one in
is.
a
It
million,
is
but it
what it
can
is.
happen.
You get used to it. It's also the same thing as whenever you play a game and it does like the recording thing, like when you're trying to get a demon, and then you give them the money, you give them the health, you give them everything, and then it's just tell you to fuck off. Does that ever
I
happen
wish
to
it would give
you?
you the option to kill them after you do that.
Yeah, right. It's fucking pissed me off sometimes. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I'm giving you my fucking money, and you literally just stole it and walked away. Like, you got my money, my items, my health, my XP. What the fuck do you want? and they just like walk
Like you
off
wouldn't
and
just
leave
let him
you.
walk away,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
in person. You know, like
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
fight
You'll
him.
just go fuck them up. I will just fuck them up after that. I'm like, fine. You don't want to come with me? Then I'll fuck you up. Then we can just do this that way.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Yeah,
weird. I don't know.
that is
I guess
frustrating.
for
Yeah,
like the horror, the Halloween episode. Like maybe before we wrap this up here, but like, what is your all time like favorite horror game,
horror
or do you
game.
have one?
Horror game. I don't know. More than horror, I think it's just the atmosphere. But I like the Bioshock games. They're not necessarily scary, but there's like this part to it that make them kind of scary. Like especially like the first one and the second one have like this like horror aspect to them that make them pretty like spooky, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I like that. Besides that, I get a scary game. I don't really play a lot of them. I think. I guess Silent Hill will be like my all-time favorite horror type games.
I need to play Silent Hill. I
Oh,
haven't.
you do. You should. You
I
should
haven't
play
done
those.
that.
Yeah. What
I
about
heard the
you?
remaster's bad because it messes up the fog and
Oh,
whatnot.
really?
So I don't know.
I only played them back on the PlayStation 2, but I like pirated games, so I never owned the game. So I can't, so I can't really like go and play it again and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play this pirate game here. What about you? What do you got?
I don't know. I think I always. I don't know. I like psychological horror more. Like Five Nights at Freddy's like had good lore
Oh
and stuff at
yeah,
times, but the
yeah, it
gameplay was like
did.
super jump scary.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
it
like,
did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But there are
and the
some
atmosphere is
elements that
good
are
in those
really
games
good.
too. But
Yeah, I played that with my
yeah,
sister one
but
time. She really liked those games. I like she was obsessed with them. We never played them though, but she was like, "Hey, can we play this game?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can play it." But she was like, "You can play. You have to play with me." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't know about them, but she did, and she was like obsessed with them. So we sat down and watched this guy Markiplier, I think his name, play it, and
oh
I was
yeah,
like, "Oh yeah, we can play the game if you want." So we downloaded and play it, and I remember like being super like we're just playing, and then suddenly like the bear pops up. I'm like, holy fuck, what? And like, because you know you're focusing on your resources and like and the lights and everything like that. You're not thinking about the bear that is gonna show up. So when he shows up, you're
yeah.
like freaking out.
They knew what they were doing when they were making that game. But I don't know. That wasn't like that's not my favorite horror game, or whatever. But like
Oh yeah,
it does. It has certain aspects to it, but like I feel like psychological horror is better for me in like good environment. So I
yeah,
know I talked
yeah.
about this before, but I think it'd have to be Amnesia again. Like
Amnesia,
Amnesia, I think is
yeah.
just perfect.
I think I played that game. I think I own it, but I don't remember. I really don't remember. Trying to think of any other scary games or anything like that. Because the scary type that I play is more like survival horror, like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, that kind of type. Uh, that kind of stuff like that. I don't. Amnesia. I don't really think. I know played a little bit of it, but I didn't think it was too scary. It was just like more like jump scares and stuff like that. I wasn't like super scared on it. I was more like, oh man, something's gonna pop up in a minute, isn't it? And then something pops up, and I'm like, of course it does. But yeah, it's still really fun stuff. Those are. It's always cool to like play scary games, especially for like Halloween and stuff like that. It gives you like that horror thing. Like yeah, I'm scared. I'm playing scary games
Yeah,
on Halloween or something. I don't know.
Dark Souls is kind of it's got horror aspects at
Yeah,
times,
I
kind
think
of.
it's like the horror type anime. It isn't necessarily scary per se, but it has a lot of elements of like the
Yeah,
horror type of stuff and everything. So yeah, I guess certain stories and elements will be spooky. It's the same thing with games like Skyrim or what is that game? The cowboy game. What is that called?
Red Dead.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, they have like some scary parts. Like there's one part where you find this house of like cannibals, like to eat people or whatever. So they invite
Oh
you to
yeah,
their
yeah. I
home,
know what you're talking about.
and
Yeah,
like they're like trying to like get you to stay there or whatever because they want to eat you and everything. And then you react on time
that's
and like
fucked
kill them or
up.
whatever. But it's really fucked up shit, right? And same thing when in Skyrim. I'm pretty sure the same exact same thing happens. I think there's also like something like that. You see stuff like that.
Yeah, I
It's,
think
it's pretty
I
cool.
can't lie. Like, I mean, Skyrim just went on their 10-year anniversary. So I'm 24 now, so I was like 14 or so when I first played Skyrim. And I remember going into the like dungeons and crypts and stuff like that, and seeing all the skeletons and stuff. That actually like scared me. Like when I was younger, I can't lie. Like Skyrim actually spooked me at times.
Yeah. The game is kind of
Crazy.
spooky at times. They kind of does spooky shit sometimes. But I appreciate it because it's unsettling. You know, it's kind of weird and kind of gets you in that scary, spooky mood. I think.
Yeah, well, and it's not always in your face about it. You have to like I said, like sometimes it's in the dungeons or like the crypts and stuff like that. Like the overworld, you wouldn't necessarily think it's too scary at times, but it's certain games like that that are like pretty normal most of the time, but then like all of a sudden it turns really
Yeah,
scary.
yeah. There's the same thing with like in Skyrim, for example. You have to find the Thieves Guild or something like that, or like the Assassin's Guild. I don't remember what it's called. The Dark Guild, I think it's
Oh,
called.
the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Brotherhood. Yeah. And
Yeah.
he starts with like this kid that kills some other people or whatever. And he's like, is the whole quest is spooky, kind of scary shit. Although you don't really think about it like that because it's kind of weird. But okay, whatever. But like that whole quest storyline for the Dark Brotherhood is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I think Final Fantasy 15 also has like a horror type thing later in the game where it takes all your weapons away and you only have like this ring that Noctis's dad
Oh,
has.
is it
And that's
what
all you can use.
is it by after the time skip?
No, it's before the time skip. It's like
Oh yeah,
right before it.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I played the game. I was so mad about it. I stopped playing it for a
A
minute. I was
lot
like,
of people
oh,
didn't like the that part of the game, but I
yeah,
thought it
really.
was interesting.
I thought it was cool. If I remember correctly, I really didn't think it was a bad part or anything like that. I thought it was kind of cool. I like when games do a little bit extra stuff. Makes you feel like you're part in the world and the story and everything. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much here for today's Halloween special kind of conversation thing. We really didn't have anything planned as far as like Halloween type of thing. I didn't really wanted to do something, but again, anime doesn't really have like a Halloween thing, so it was kind of hard to find kind of like a topic for Halloween or anything. But thank you everybody for coming by and checking out the podcast, and thank you Rising for coming by today. Hope everybody has a good
Of
night.
course, man.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and everything like that. And I'll see you guys to the next one.
See you soon.